For this video, I want to show you a somewhat more difficult case where you have a quadratic expression that does in fact have a coefficient on your x squared term, meaning there is a number being multiplied to your x squared that was not there before when we were factoring, okay? And now this number actually poses a problem for us, so I'm going to show you a method to get rid of that number that is called slide and divide. That's the method you'll use anytime you're factoring a quadratic expression with a number on your x squared term, okay? Now the number that you're going to slide is in fact your problem number, the number that is being multiplied on the coefficient. And what I mean by slide is I'm going to move or slide this number over to your last term, okay? When we're doing that, we're going to actually be multiplying those numbers. So what do I get when I multiply that 2 and 5? I get a 10 on that side, okay? And now I no longer have a 2 in front of my x squared. So I'll just rewrite that as x squared plus 7x. And I slid the 2 over to the 5. That gave me 2 times 5 is 10. All right, now you notice that we have just a regular quadratic expression without a number in front of our x squared. And we know how to factor these. We know that they will factor into two binomials beginning with x. And the way to determine what fills in these numbers, in these binomials, is multiples of 10 that are going to add to a positive 7. All right, so my multiples of 10, I'm thinking 1 times 10, but 1 plus 10 is 11. So no, not those. How about 2 times 5? What's 2 plus 5? Is 2 plus 5 7? Yes, so 2 and 5 will work. I got to add 2, add 5. Okay, now this is called slide and divide for a reason. The number that we slid in the beginning, which was that 2 right here, that's the same number that we're going to divide at the end. So we are dividing this 2 back out from our binomials. Okay, notice that 2 over 2 is going to work. That's going to give me the number 1. Okay, so that's perfectly fine. That's what you'll write. Divide the 2 by 2, that gives you a 1. But this fraction over here, this 5 over 2, that's going to give me a decimal, and I do not want that. So what you do to fix that is move this 2 in front of your x. Okay, so now that becomes a 2x plus 5. Now this would be your final answer using the slide and divide method. Okay, I'll do a harder one so that you can get used to practicing this. But a good way to check your answer is by multiplying the binomials afterwards. And if we do that, if we go ahead and multiply the binomials, I'll get x times 2x, that's 2x squared. And when you do this, you want to end up with the same equation you started with. So that's 2x squared plus, then I want to multiply the x and the 5, plus 5x. Multiply 1 and 2x, that's 2x. Then multiply your 1 and 5, that gives you 5. And when you combine these like terms here, you get 2x squared plus 7x plus 5. Is that the equation we had in the beginning? Yes. So we know that our factors were correct.